Hi, this is John Logar from Make Every Day a Payday, and I just wanted to make this short video on an easy way to connect with decision makers or business owners or managing directors in pretty much any niche market. And the tool that we're going to use for that is our favorite friend here, LinkedIn. So what I'm going to do in just a moment is log into my LinkedIn account and actually show you a very simple strategy on how you can connect with decision makers and then open the door to discussions where you can introduce yourself, and the idea is to open the opportunity to do business with you and sell your products and services to the connections that you actually make on LinkedIn. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over to my LinkedIn account and we're going to show you how this works. So here we are in my LinkedIn profile, and so what you'll see here is you'll see a standard interface here from LinkedIn, but what we're interested in is in the group section over here. So I've got a list of my groups, but you can also search for groups. So for example, if I go to groups and I type in the word financial planners, and I'm here in Australia, so I'm looking down the list here and you'll notice that there's a group here, Financial Planners Australia. There are 2,973 members of this particular group, so I'll go ahead and join this particular group. So let me open up Financial Planners Australia, and here we are looking at the financial planning group, and we're looking at their discussions in this particular session. Now if we go down a little bit here on our right, you'll notice that there's group statistics. If I click on here, it opens up this window and it tells me that there are 2,973 members of the Financial Planners group in Australia, and in that there are, if you look down here, there are 363 directors and 277 owners. So there are over 600 decision makers in this particular group. And if I want to find out a little bit more about the demographic of the group, you'll notice here there are 30% of them based in Sydney, 38% of them are senior executives, 12% are directors, 9% are owners, about 600 people. The growth rate of this particular group, they've had 47 new members in the last week. There is a relatively upward trend in this particular group. You'll notice that it has been steadily growing, and the activity of the group, just to give you an indication, they had 8 discussions last week, so there is a level of communication that's going on within the group itself. And the area that I'm more interested in is looking at the members. Now if I click on members over here, and so this will show me those who are members of this particular group. Now I'm looking for, if I just open up another window here, if I was to do a search, I'm looking for decision makers, and I'm based in Brisbane, so I'd like to communicate or contact somebody here in Brisbane. We've got here, I type in the search words, Director Brisbane, and then what we end up with is 36 results. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of these people in this particular list. I've got here a gentleman named Mark Robertson, who's a Managing Director at Acquire Wealth Accounting. So if I just open up Mark's profile, I can get a look at who Mark is, his business. I can have a look at his website if I want to go and check out his website. But the most important thing here, as a member of this group, I can connect with Mark Robertson. So what I'm going to do is I did happen to check Mark's website out, and I found something really interesting, and I'm going to make a comment. So here I am connecting with Mark, and how do I know Mark? Well, Mark is in the Financial Planners groups in Australia, and what I've done is I've pre-prepared an introduction, and I'll just copy and paste this over here and put that in the personal note that is going to show up in Mark's inbox, and it basically says, "Hi Mark, I like the simplicity of your infographic, the Wealth Quadrant, on your website. We're both members of the Financial Planners Australia group, and I've checked out your profile, and I'd like you to join my network. Signed, John Logar." And all I'm going to do now is send the invitation by hitting send invitation, and Mark will now receive that in his inbox, and he'll get an email in his personal email stating that somebody wants to connect with him on LinkedIn. Now once Mark has accepted my connection, most likely he will, based on the fact that I've taken a very friendly tone in the way that I've approached the opportunity to connect with Mark, and he'll say yes, I'm willing to connect, and he'll probably send me some information about his organisation and his business, and that gives me an opportunity then to send him some information introducing myself, or more importantly, what I'd like to do is I like to pose a question to open up a conversation with Mark, and that question might be Hi Mark, thanks for accepting my invitation to connect. Look, I do a lot of research with companies in relation to some of the challenges they face with marketing online. What's your number one challenge, or what do you think is the most important thing when it comes to marketing online? And that's a question that I might ask anybody that I was looking to perhaps engage in some form of non-threatening conversation. And then Mark would perhaps come back to me and say, hey, interesting question, I find this point really important, or this is a challenging thing. And then that enables me to go back to Mark and say, hey, do you mind if I give you a call? I just want to clarify a couple of things on the answer that you responded with. And so now what I've got is a very easy way where Mark knows that I'm going to give him a call, or he'll respond back and say, yeah, sure, that's okay, give me a phone call. And now I've got a perfect opportunity to talk to a person directly about some of the things that perhaps I need to know to be able to help his business grow. So you can see how easy it is to connect with somebody on LinkedIn, and most importantly, how easy it is to connect with decision makers by typing in director, or if I was to type in, the same thing would occur if I was to type in owner in the search word, hit the search bar, and you'll notice that the there is a different group of people here that I can connect with. So you can target the people, you can target the city, and most importantly, you can target the industry niche group. Look for open networks in the group section. Financial Planners Australia is an open network, anybody can join this. So if it's a target market that you're going after, it's a great opportunity and a very non-threatening way to introduce yourself to new business opportunities on LinkedIn. Please like it, tweet it, plus it, share it if you enjoyed this video. Take advantage of the free training that's here on the site here at makeeverydayapayday.com. And that's right, you know what to do. Make every day a payday. Thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.